Good evening, everybody. I'm Lokesh MM. I'm currently doing my second year in SAP. And today in Architect, we have with us Architect Combs. So he graduated from SAP in 2001 and did his master's in design from IIT Bombay from 2001 to 2003. He's working as a faculty member in IIT Bombay since 2012. He did his research on creativity and design education. He worked with various design studios like Wipro, Ogilvy, and startup companies like Tioli Design Consultancy and Kriya Informatics. Uh, Ranging from craft, lifestyle, home appliances, computer devices, transportation, etc. are some of his projects. He also patented 17 designs. I'm very much elated to introduce you, sir. Looking forward to the session.
Shall I start?
Ye- Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Vanakkam. Thank you, Lokesh. I'm Kums P. Kumaresan. So I've been working here as a design faculty member since 2012. So today I'm going to be discussing with a few topics on a few projects on bamboo. Fundamentally, why I'm showing you this are like we try to use bamboo in a completely different way this time. I've been working with bamboo for about 25 years, um, even before I joined architecture. But during architecture, I met architect Laurie Baker. That was a huge um, inspiration for me, and I did my office training also with Laurie Baker. There I saw how all they are using bamboo, not only bamboo, any medium in a very wild way, conventional way. And after that, I was working on many other projects in bamboo, cane, etc. But still, I was not so convinced with the way we are using bamboo. So I tried to use bamboo in a different way. Somewhat, we have um, achieved a few things, but still we are working on it. So some of the work that we have, projects that we have done, I'll show you now. And before that, I'll show you a brief introduction about the um, design studio I'm running here in IIT. It's called a POC lab, proof of concept. Basically, we do anything creative. I've been working with the IDC School of Design, and we started School of Entrepreneurship as well. So I'm a faculty member in two colleges, two schools. So let me start with the first movie. I'm planning the talk for about 25 to 30 minutes. There'll be some movies and some images I will be showing. Let's see if it goes beyond, let's see, or like I'll try to cut it short. You can discuss, you can interrupt me anytime you want. Hmm. Lokesh, can you share? Just to put a small thing. So basic, this lab is called proof of concept lab. Um, the motto that we have is invent, innovation and entrepreneurship. So I took first two words, in and ent, invent. So basically, without innovation and entrepreneurship, there is no invention. So it became a bit catchy. And the first thing that you see is like be like bamboo. Like I said, I've been working with bamboo for quite a long time. What I really like about bamboo is the simplicity of the material and the versatility. Um, all you need is bamboo and a knife. You know, you can do pretty much anything and everything. And there are about 700 known uses of bamboo. And another interesting thing which I came to know very recently was that during Hiroshima bombing, a bunch of trees actually escaped. Uh, Even the atom bomb, bamboo was one of them. So, and so many other things, you know. We can go on talking about bamboo for a long time, but I'll just show you the brief of it.
Recording in progress.
So that's the part of some of the a brief introduction about the workshop, my lab, and now I'll show you a few things about um, the bamboo work that we've been doing. First, let me start with a small demo of a guitar designed by one of my students. The previous video actually it was quite a long video, so we cut it short to about 4 minutes. So that's why it was a bit faster. Let's see. This data was done by from scratch, done by my student, and it's a working piece. So the interesting part is that this is the first time he is touching wood as a material itself. He had to understand what it is, a guitar, and then he has to understand the mechanism. Then he has to find out people who can, vendors from where he can buy, and he has to understand and everything. It was quite a long process. It took about 3 months for him. It's a design project. So the same thing we finished in 5 days. We have something called design workshop, POC design workshop. Every time it starts from Monday morning and ends by Friday evening. When till students come to the workshop at 9 o'clock in the morning, they have no idea what they are going to do. And I introduce the problem. Then they have to figure out what it is. They have to understand the technology. Then they have to go and get the materials that are needed for them for the project. Meanwhile, somebody will be working on the design, and immediately they have to prototype it. My main focus is to um, build a working prototype. So this 5 days workshop, nobody sleeps. Basically, throughout the night we sit and work. It's typical of architecture students, but design students are a bit different. But I try to bring that architecture college culture, yeah. And so far, it's been quite interesting. So 5 days they have to develop. Usually about 20 students come. I split them into 4 or 5 groups, and they have to figure out a way to do this. Okay, first we tried music. First time it was 1 second. The first year it was um, bamboo guitars. Okay, so all our new designs, all of them were patented, and the interesting part is there are very simple technologies that we used, and we built completely new products. There was nothing extraordinary that we invented, but how we put things together was completely different. You would see that.
ரொம்ப வேலை பண்றதுல எனக்கு ஃப்ரைடே ஈவினிங் ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் இருந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறம் சாட்டர்டே சண்டே எந்த வேலையும் நான் பண்ணது. ஆனா மீறி அவருக்கு மோஸ்ட்லி இந்த சாட்டர்டே சண்டேலாம் பார்க்க மாட்டாரு. ஒரு வேலை ஆனா நான் பண்ண மாட்டேன், இன்டென்ஷனலி பண்ண மாட்டேன்.
Participants, please mute your mic.
நாளைக்கு ஸ்கெட்சுக்கு போயிடும். டெய்லி போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ அது சொல்லிட்டு பைடவே பண்ண மாட்டேன். பயமா இருக்கு எனக்கு. அது பயமா இருக்கு. போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ சொல்லிட்டு ஒண்ணுமே பண்ணாம வச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன். யாரும் பெருசா ரெக்ரூட் பண்றதே இல்ல.
So it's a 5-day workshop, and I give them 20,000 rupees. First, I don't give them 20,000 rupees. I tell them I'll give you 20,000 rupees at the end of it. And till the 5 days, they have to spend their own money. I show them 20,000 rupees. So they are left with a dilemma whether I give them the money back or not. So the problem is, so what happens is they start spending very less amount of money. And finally, I give them the money, and 5 days they have to work, and fundamentally they have to invest their time and money. That makes them very frugal, and they start working on it. The result of that is this, what they've done. Um, There's one guitar. This is basically an FM guitar. That means there is a FM transmitter is kept in this, and if you switch it on, this is a complete working piece. If you switch it on, you can actually listen to the music on any FM radio. Very simple idea, not even Bluetooth. The best part is, say, if 5 of your friends or 10 of your friends have the same guitar or similar devices, FM enabled devices, you can jam. So about 5, the range differs, depending on the transmitter, we can play to about 250 meters to a couple of kilometers you can play. And this is one thing. And after that, so this is the first guitar. Can you see my screen? The second guitar. One second. Can you see? Anybody can respond?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the second guitar. This is a lightweight guitar. Basically, like you can dismantle it and take it like a, it basically occupies a very less space. The third one, this is the hero here. Lokesh, you can see, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this guitar, if you look at it, it's a bass guitar. Every single piece is bamboo here, and of course, electronics is electronics. Completely handcrafted. The best part is it's an electric guitar, so the sound is unique, and you can manipulate the sound however we want. So this again this became a huge hit. Actually, it's very lightweight and completely adjustable. Every aspect of it can be adjusted. And meanwhile, we worked on a couple of other designs also. This is a violin. This is a modular violin. Every aspect of it you can change actually. Aspect as like the ergonomics, how on the fit on the body, etc. This is done in aluminum actually. And the final piece is this violin. This is actually again a simple piece of bamboo. The total cost for this was about 1,200 rupees. That's only the body, aluminum violin parts. The bamboo piece was actually like less than 50 rupees. A simple piece that we took and converted into a violin. Again, all of them are electric guitars and violins. If we go to acoustic guitar or acoustic violin, it's a completely different deal. Okay, since it's electric guitar, we were able to do it in a short span of 5 days. This is a part of what do you call this? Music instruments. Then we try to do something more. That is, can we go and make vehicles? So bamboo, we use it in many ways, but the best way of using bamboo is how people use it in bow and arrow. Bow, basically it's a compliant mechanism. You stretch it, it bends, and when you leave it, it goes back to the original shape. So this is what we use in vehicles also. The leaf spring that you see, it basically goes up and comes down like that. The same way we try to do it. So here the concept what I gave was row, bow, and go. That is, a row is for rowing action, and bow is for bending the. It's like bow, and go is mobility. So we named it RoboGo, and three different teams worked on it. And uh, Lokesh, can you see the screen? Hello, anybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Row for me.
Yeah. So again, here about 5 students worked on it. The best part about these workshops are uh, the design process was never compromised. It's a very tight workshop, and they have to ideate, they have to generate concepts, and they have to build a prototype, and they have to find the vendors and make it also. All the mechanisms they have to get. Um, so these are the objectives, etc. It's a regular design process. Nothing is compromised. So they study about how the various mechanisms work, do all the literature study. Then the whole process starts. Here, the another important part here is my presence or the faculty members' presence is very much needed. What happens is, like, when we sit with them and do things, the whole atmosphere changes. People sit and like, it becomes more fun. They believe you, like they think, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. So we start working on that. Meanwhile, I'll show you. This chair that you see, that was my graduation project at IIT, which is about 20 years back. I did it. So it's still, we have it. And students are sitting and making all the prototype sketches. Once we finalize certain designs, then you have to make a mock-up model. Mock-up model as in like a simple dirty model, just to it's kind of a 3D sketch. It doesn't have to look good or anything, but we see how the mechanism works. It is primarily for communication within the team. And then dimensions 1:1, they have to start building it. So see, all of this is frugal method. In companies and all, they have huge facility. Here we have about 1,000 square feet area. So within the available resources, we have to do everything. So we sketched it on the floor. It's tape, and some guy is sitting and they are trying out. And sitting posture, they put a chair and try to do it. So basic structures developed with PVC pipes. Here the most interesting part was we ordered bamboo from Kerala. We have some big, very good big elephant bamboos. They are like, diameter is more than, sometimes it's more than 10 inches. These bamboos, they didn't reach on time. So we were wondering what to do. Then luckily we had some bamboo shrubs in IIT. We went and cut them and we started using them. So basically we got bamboo for free. And I use bamboo as a prototyping material actually. Uh, uh, what do I mean by that is, we take bamboo. Bamboo is easy to work with. So in future, we might go for some other plastic material, but to prove the concept, we use bamboo as a prototyping material. And in this case, what happened was we didn't get the prototyping material, so we started using another industrial material, which is the pipe. And it's quite an experience, but in the end, everything worked out. So again, people, students will have to sit and fabricate it. And 3D modeling is very important here to get the right dimensions and, basically the assembly process. It's very important. It's very important for design students to know 3D models, whether it's architecture student or anybody. Already, you must be knowing all of that. I'm just telling it again. Then we have very simple, like I said, it's only 1,000 square feet and little bit extra space that we have. Got all the tools, everything. All our students. There is nobody, no other help. For most of them, this is the first time they are welding. So they put it together with a simple old chair. Everything is recycled. So this person is he is our craftsman. He helped us. And finally they got all the stuff. So this is the first level of prototype. This is just before COVID. So this is the 3D model that they did. This is the final design. So I'll just show you a movie on how it actually works. It's 6:30. It looks like we are going to take another 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, this will discontinue in 2 minutes. Everybody will join with the same link again.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I request all of you, it will cut at 6:35, I think. So please join with the same link again. Okay, please continue.
Yeah.
Now you can continue. Please. Let's go.
Do we have time? I think it's going on.
Yeah, it's on only. If it's not getting cut, it's okay. But we have 1 more minute.
Okay. Okay. So the fun part here was somebody asked me, it's so big and how will it go in traffic? That is not the purpose of this exercise. It's a proof of concept. It's nowhere near to the final design, and it's not for running it on the road. It's more like a campus vehicle. And when we try it, basically it's a workout mechanism also, and it's more like creative exercise. This is one of the most beautiful designs I've ever seen. Again, Robogo. Like I said, it's again more of a campus vehicle. We think cycle is a very simple mechanism, but it's not exactly a very simple mechanism. It has become simple through the evolution. In this, if you're adding one more wheel, the complexity becomes quite a bit. Students worked on it, and this is a very important and interesting picture. This is to decide the posture, how this guy is going to be sitting down, sitting on the vehicle. Um, Again, as I mentioned earlier, companies have a huge set of fixtures and mechanisms to understand the posture and all. Of course, we didn't have anything. So this guy is actually lying down on the floor, and we take the pictures from the top and we try out different postures, and then we extract the measurements and angles from that. This is definitely not done like this in real life. This is just we are trying, and it's not that I'm sitting and doing all the work. Some students have taken only my pictures, and this is again backyard, and again people are sitting and trying to understand. Again the tape drawing, 1:1 scale. And this is where actually the whole fun starts. They sit and work out various mechanisms, and they come up with a lot and loads of different concepts. Um, this becomes the most important thing. This is the more this is where there's a lot of learning that happens, and a lot of concepts can be done, realized. But the easiest one, the simplest one, which can be done in 5 days. That's the main focus here. And this is the concept which was finalized. Here, actually, again, this is a big project. If I try to explain everything, it's a huge project. The most important thing was other faculty members, when they came and saw these products, they started wondering, and the question was that if students can do this work, so much work in 5 days, why can't we do such a thing in a 6 months projects? You know, the same amount of work happens in the 6 month project. In fact, this is more than this is more in terms of outputs. So this is done on happy student. This guy is an architect, and again working with the materials. Especially working with materials, what happens is students have a little fear of getting cut or anything getting hurt. Then we have to say it's okay, boys and girls, you can get hurt. Then I have to show some of my scars, and it's okay. If you get cut, we can always fix it. Then it becomes a bit of fun. So again, if you look at it, everything is locally available material. This is a rope that we used, and everything was fixed. If you look at it, we tried to use a spring here, and last minute spring broke. Then we had to come up with a new idea. Then we fixed the bamboo itself as a spring. This is exactly the bow mechanism. So this is done, and final product was this. Quite a sleek one. This is exactly the day lockdown started, March 18th here. I think it's around 16 or 17th. This project was done. I'll show you a small video of how it was done. This is the 17th night, if I'm right. You can see my screen. Lokesh, you can see my screen?
No, sir, not yet.
You can see now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the trial run.
Wait, cut. Sir, चलते हैं.
Whoa. चल तो ये यार सही है ना? So this was shot in the night, and it was it's definitely not the perfect one, but this is the first trial run, which happened quite well. This is the three-wheeler, and now I'll show you the two-wheeler, and that will be the last product for today. No, one more. I'll just show you this. This video was done by some of the students. I think they went aboard on the music. कर दे पहले फाइल कर दे पहले फाइल कर दे So sorry about the audio in that. And this will be the last case study that I'm showing now. This is bamboo drone. When we did bamboo drone, people are asking why bamboo. You know? And I said, like, why not bamboo? So it was quite an interesting piece. This actually is the exact use of complaint mechanism, and this is inspired from baskets, bamboo baskets. How baskets are built, they are interwoven structures, and they never break. Even if you drop it, it deforms and comes back to the original shape. So this these coming two products are inspired from baskets, bamboo baskets, and this is again a 5-day workshop. Again, it starts with all ideation. They have no idea what they're going to do till Monday morning, and they ideate, then ideate more. Then the guy lies down on the floor, finalize the posture, then we sit, make the 3D models and renderings, cut pipes, weld them, and here again, if you look at it, there's just 4 strips of bamboo, and how we build a structure, that's the most important thing here. Here again, my presence as a faculty member, sitting and working with them, it makes a huge difference for them to sit and like, okay, and continuous error correction. If something they do it wrong, then I have to sit with them and adjust it. The best part about students is that they don't listen to you at all. Anything that I say, they don't listen. So the best thing is to let them do things, and like, course correction here and there. I have to just tell, okay, modify it. Once they make a mistake, then I have to say, okay, rectify the mistake. Actually, then it becomes more interesting. This is actually a very good project. Um, this is the basket that we had, and the idea is to make a flying basket. Um, so the same weaving that was taken, and guys try to understand weaving, how to do that. Then basic structure was made. It's like a sunflower structure. They call it sunflower, but it looks more like a lotus. And here again, they have to make a small working prototype, or not working prototype, structural prototype. And there's more of a tensile structure. So when we remove these strings, actually this becomes a flat drone. So it becomes easy for us to transport it, take it to, pack it and transport it. Then once we pull the strings, then it becomes a 3D structure. And the best part is, if it falls down also, it doesn't break. That is the point here. Here, the most important point is, right now we are using bamboo. Um, Imagine tomorrow, if we just convert it into that strips, we convert it into carbon fiber, then this becomes a high value product. Uh, Flat, it becomes flat, and once we string it, then it becomes a 3D structure. Uh, all are working prototypes. So this is the last video of that, last picture of that. I'll just show you one set of images, or nice set of images. After that, we can call it a day. Okay, these are the images. Okay, it's not opening properly. These are the structures. Spinal drone. So let me cut it short here. And one last image that I want to show for this presentation is this one. Lokesh, you are able to see?
No, sir, not yet.
No, right?
No, sir.
This is what. Can you see?
Yes, sir, yes.
This was told by Richard Feynman. He's one of the greatest scientists and explainer, and he's a very interesting character. He's into not only theoretical physics. He's one of the guys who was behind atom bomb creation, and he's a bongo player. He's an artist. He's basically a creative person. And what he says is the same thing. Study hard what interests you the most in the most undisciplined, irreverent, and original manner possible. Most of the times when I get to, students expect, or like when we go for a talk, they want us to tell design method, methodology, what are the steps in design. Actually, all that is not needed at all. Anything that interests you, whether it's music or mathematics or anything, you have to find a way to do something, like you get onto it and do it. This is what I generally explain to students. You remember our Mowgli or Tarzan, these kind of characters, they're in the forest. They are born and brought up in the forest. Who taught them how to survive? So we have to make original mistakes. We have to be wild in learning. I think this is what I did during SAP or even during IIT Bombay. I'm a good case study for this kind of learning. So still I'm surviving. So this is the most important thing. If you like anything, you get onto it. You don't need a method that is a discipline or with huge respect and do anything. Don't follow anybody. Just try to do what you like. That's all it is. So I close the presentation at that. I hope all of you enjoyed it. And my mail ID, everything is there in with Jayarada and even Lokesh Asset. You can get in touch with me anytime. That's all it is. If you have any questions or anything that you want to discuss, the floor is open. Ma'am, you liked it?
Meena, ma'am.
I am speechless. Nothing to reply back.
Beautiful presentation comes, good case study, like hands-on, what every student will dream of. Unfortunately, architecture, they can't do scale. They can do scale models, but not real-time buildings while studying. I think design has that advantage. And this look like watching 3 Idiots movie comes. Seriously. Okay, I will leave it to others. Formally, I will say thank you, and I will not end it. We will have some collaborative studio later when the college reopens. I will leave it to others to interact.
Yeah. Hello, anybody?
Okay, I will ask Meena here.
Meena,
how do the students?
Please.
இல்ல நான் first கேள்வி கேட்றேன். நிறைய பேர் question போட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. Chatல there are questions coming up. I
Okay,
just want
okay.
I just want to know. I just want to know how do the you or the who was in the workshop, the students, understand the concept of structure or stability, and how does it, because each and every form that is very dynamic and very new and innovative, which is to the design requirement. So how does that structural practicality comes? How much of trial and error also happens in that?
Yeah, yeah. This way, like even what Jayada said comes to the picture. The students who participated in this are students. They are basically from engineering or architecture background. Um, See, architecture, we study about everything, right? So that structural ideas come into the picture quite easy. And what I try to tell the students also, it's more like intuition, guesstimation, you know. You make something, then you get on to trial and error. Once we have the concept ready, then we make 3D models. 3D models, what happens is, for example, in SolidWorks and all, we get the complete structural analysis. We have to specify the material and thickness, etc. And we get the structural analysis. And that's how generally all the structures are done, whether it's a plastic structure or whether it's a furniture or any simple structure. I'm talking about in product design. So first, intuitive structure, more on sketching, etc. We make it. Then we build a thing. Then there will be a phase of trial and error in the project. Then prototyping actually makes the difference in finalizing the form. Once we do the first is proof of concept prototype, POC prototype. Then we prototype it with real materials, what are going to be used. Then there will be a couple of iterations on that. The most interestingly, the most important thing that is expected of these prototypes is the failure, how it fails and what fails. Then we try to improvise that, and finally a final form is arrived at. Then cost cutting, design optimization comes into the picture. That's where engineers get into the picture, and they try to minimize the cost and the complexity as much as possible. So in product design, just like in architecture, there is a clear initial phase of design development and prototyping. That's where designers are mostly involved to a great extent. After that, engineers come into the play, and designers become more like directors. Okay, this is not right, this is right. Those things come into the picture. So fundamentally, structures, there is a basic study that is available during the bachelor's. And then it's more on intuitive learning, intuitive creation, then trial and error, then optimization.
Got it.
Krishna has asked, how do you calculate the loading on brakes, maximum weight that two-wheeler or three-wheeler can take? I think that answered the question. This is where experience comes into the picture. If you look at transportation designers, they simply sit and sketch. They don't do anything else, simple sketches. So once we were asking one designer who used to work with BMW and all, we were asking, what you're simply sitting and sketching, Then actually the point was, he knows everything. He has to convert it to a sketch, the ideas that he has. So that experience comes into the picture. Then the sketch is converted into 3D model. Then engineers come into the picture and actually develop technologies or the components for that sketch. Say, for example, silencer is going in this way in the sketch. They will take it too seriously, the engineers. So the sketch is traced back, and the angle, proportion, etc., that is extracted, and that is converted into a three-dimensional model. Then sometimes the material is chosen, or like internal structures are chosen. So basically, it's not a simple process. There's a lot of study involved. Does it answer? Anybody else? Any other questions? Inia? Mithilesh?
Many people are always silent listeners, comes mostly.
So Dipti has asked, my question is that what keeps you and the team going, knowing that every product will not be a success? We are not bothered about success or failure. Every project is a success. The same guy who designed that BMW thing. So we were asking some question about like success and failure and all. He said it's called SEP. He thought, oh, what is SEP? Some great concept or something. It's called somebody else's problem. See, working in a company versus having a startup, this is the major problem comes. Success, when it comes to money, you see, one is design success, the other one is product success. So product to succeed, design plays a very small role. After that, marketing comes, engineering, marketing, finance, and how these investment guys play the game, all that is a completely different deal. So to be very humble, our designers part is quite less in the whole game. And nothing comes into the picture quite fast. There will always be a prior art, prior product. So everything is an evolution. So it takes quite a lot of time. So by that time you are used to that failure, etc. So it doesn't really affect anybody. Correct, Deepti? Am I right? Okay. Any other? Mithilesh has asked these prototypes use bamboo, and when they are put into practical use, how do we consider maintenance factor for that material? Again, bamboo is like there are materials, we call them living materials, bamboo, cane, wood, etc. They will have to take care of them quite a bit. Say, for example, the pieces that we have made after COVID, we just left it and we had to leave. It became really dirty and got infected. There are treatments available, but whichever material it is, even steel or anything that we use, we have to maintain it. If you don't maintain it, you don't own it. So it's like a lifestyle product, bamboo, if you're having bamboo, there are two reasons why you would have bamboo products. One, you don't want to maintain it at all, low cost, or you want to maintain it too well, so you take care of it like a baby, that's the way. So maintenance is important, whether, it doesn't matter whether it's bamboo or any other material.
Comes
Yeah.
officially, I'll say thank you very much for joining today because the time will get over. So far, we were discussing architecture. Design is like a breather today. It's very nice listening to you and the videos too, practical aspects. So I place my official vote of thanks to you now. Thank you.
So
We will
much.
interact more. Comes.
Surely.
Thanks to the participants also. I'll talk to you later. Lokesh also will connect. Yeah, we'll do some workshop as we discussed earlier.
Anytime. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Kums. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.